Good morning, one and all. I welcome all the MPCS first year students to the online classes. The summary of last lecture that we have discussed about energy density. I have explained an expression for energy density. So, new class, new topic. Energy transport. It is also one of the long question in this first part. First of all, we have to understand what is energy transport. Why we are discussing about energy transport. See, this is about waves produced in a stretched string. When wave is propagating in a string, it carries some energy from one point to another point. That I want to calculate. I want to calculate an expression for energy transport in a transverse wave. For that, here I am considering the same diagram, that is a part of wire. Here I am considering this is displacement, this is the direction of the propagation. Let us imagine transverse wave is traveling along positive x direction. Here I am considering one part of the transverse wave as PQ. PQ be a part of wave which is produced in a string. Let the position of the P be some x from the origin, and position of the Q be x plus dx. That means the length of this element, that is PQ, is equal to how much? Dx. This is x plus dx. This is x. If you subtract this distance from x plus dx, you will get the length of small element as dx. Okay. When it is in vibrating state, definitely the length of the element will be increases from dx to some ds. That is already we have discussed in our previous lecture. Let us consider one point which is situated capital R. I want to calculate the tension at point R. Whenever we are going to calculate tension at a given point on the string, we have to resolve. Generally, we draw a tangent to the string, tangent to the wave, so that it gives tension at a given point. This tension makes theta angle with the horizontal direction. Theta angle with the horizontal direction. This is the theta. So the component of t along x direction always cos. Component of t along y direction sin. So string is vibrating like there is no effect of horizontal component of tension on wave, because string is vibrating like this. This string is, because we are discussing about transverse waves produced in a string. So during transverse wave, the particles of the string vibrating along positive y direction or negative y direction like this. So there is no effect of t cos theta. There is no effect of horizontal component on the vibration of the string. So we have to consider only one component, that is t sin theta, on this string. So the net force acting on this string at point R will be, that is along y direction, that is equal to how much? That is t sin theta. T sin theta. The only force acting on this string at point capital R is t sin theta, not t cos theta. Because there is no effect of t cos theta on this string, because string is vibrating along y direction. So here I am considering negative sign. Why we are considering negative sign means this negative sign indicates this tension force is opposite to the displacement. Actually, displacement along positive y direction and this tension force is acting along negative y direction. Both are in opposite direction. That I am representing here. See. During these topics, that is waves, transverse waves, we are considering the angle made by the tension with the horizontal axis very small. When theta is a very small angle, you can convert when theta is very small value, in such case we can convert sin theta approximated as tan theta. This in our physics, to calculate the final expression, generally we do like this. Sin theta can be approximated as tan theta. Let this is the equation number 1. Let this is the equation number 2. Just here I am substituting equation 2 in equation 1. That is, the net force acting on the string at point R is equal to minus T tan theta. Minus T tan theta. See the diagram carefully. What is tan theta? If you consider tan, what is opposite of theta? This part. What is adjacent side of this theta? This part. So opposite side represent, that is y axis. Adjacent side of this theta represent, that is x axis. So tan theta, from figure, tan theta can be written as dy by dx. Opposite of theta is y values only. Adjacent side of this theta is only x axis, this part. Let this is dx, this is dy, that I am representing here. Clear? Right. Tan theta, here I am writing as dy by dx. Here I want to write this tan theta at x is equal to 0. At x is equal to 0. I am considering, I am imposing one condition, that is x is equal to 0. During our last topic also we did like this. That is, every time we calculate at x is equal to 0. See. So I want to calculate dy by dx. If I calculate dy by dx, I can calculate f value. Before that, we have to consider what is the expression for y. That is, y is the displacement. At any time t, the displacement of the particle of the y is represented by y is equal to a sine of 2 pi by lambda of vt minus x. This is the displacement of the particle of the y. But I want to calculate dy by dx. Just to differentiate, to calculate dy by dx, here I am considering this expression. Let this is equation number 3. You have to remember this expression directly. This expression is, this is a very important equation. Without this equation, we cannot find out dy by dx. So differentiate above equation with respect to x. If I differentiate with respect to x, so what is the coefficient of x? That is 2 pi by lambda. 2 pi by lambda is the coefficient of x along with the negative sign. So minus 2 pi by lambda comes before the equation. So y becomes dy by dx. Already a is the amplitude, it is a constant. This minus 2 pi with respect to x means we have to differentiate the x only. So what is the coefficient of x? Minus 2 pi by lambda. So minus comes before the equation, minus 2 pi by lambda. And after that, what is the differentiation of sine? Sine differentiation is cos. Cos of 2 pi by lambda of vt minus x. Is that clear? But I want to calculate dy by dx at x is equal to 0. So dy by dx, put x is equal to 0. Put x is equal to 0. So here we are having x. This is equal to 0. So our expression becomes minus a 2 pi by lambda cos of already it becomes 0. So we are having only 2 pi v by lambda into t. Let this is equation number 4. Finally, I have calculated dy by dx at x is equal to 0. Here I am giving number for this equation as 3. Let this is 4 and let this is 5. Substitute this dy by dx at x is equal to 0 in equation 3. Substitute equation 5, that is this equation. Equation 5 in equation 3. This one. So the net force acting on the y at point R is equal to minus t, instead of this term you can substitute as this value, that is minus a into 2 pi by lambda into cos of 2 pi v by lambda into t. Is that clear? Right. Minus into minus becomes plus. So the net force acting on the wire at a point R is equal to 2 Ta 2 pi by lambda cos of 2 pi v by lambda into t. Let this is equation number 6. Just I want to calculate power. So input power at a time, at a t time. So how do we calculate power? Just remember what is the basic definition for power, that is rate of work done. Rate of work done is called power. So I want to calculate input power of the wire so that I can calculate energy transport. To calculate energy transport, we need to calculate power. So what is W work done? Product of force and displacement is called work done by T. So power, there is another expression for power. Displacement by time. Displacement by time gives what? Velocity only. Displacement by time gives what? Velocity only. Let this is equation number 7. If you want, you can write as, since velocity is equal to displacement by time. So substitute this F value in equation number 7. Substitute equation 6 in equation 7. So the input power P of T is equal to, what is F value? This is F value, Ta 2 pi by lambda into cos of 2 pi v by lambda into t. Already I have substituted F value. So here I am having V, velocity. See the expression carefully. Power is equal to T, tension of the wire, A, amplitude of the wire, amplitude of the wave, 2 pi by lambda cos of, I am writing as it is, 2 pi v by lambda into t instead of velocity. So velocity of the wave in terms of displacement, rate of, instead of v, here I am substituting as dy by dt. Rate means time, rate of change of displacement. Displacement is confining along y direction. So rate of change of displacement is called velocity only. But I want to calculate every time at x is equal to 0. Let this is equation number 8. If you want, you can substitute as, since here I am substituting v as dy by dt. Is that clear? To calculate power, we need to calculate dy by dt at x is equal to 0. So to calculate dy by dt, see the equation 4 again. From equation 4 you can calculate dy by dt individually. Just to differentiate this equation 4 with respect to time, with respect to t. See the equation 4 carefully. So y becomes dy by dt. So with respect to time means what is the coefficient of time? That is 2 pi by lambda into v. 2 pi by lambda into v comes before the equation. So already here we are having a. After differentiation, this becomes 2 pi v by lambda. Sin becomes cos 2 pi by lambda of Vt minus x. But every time I want to calculate at x is equal to 0. Put x is equal to 0. So dy by dt at x is equal to 0, which is equal to, just simply here I am substituting x is equal to 0. So this term disappears from the expression. So finally our equation becomes 2 pi v by lambda into cos of 2 pi v by lambda into t. Is that clear? Right. Let this is equation number 9. So substitute equation 9. Substitute equation 9 in equation 8 so that you can calculate input power, that is P of t is equal TA 2 pi by lambda cos of 2 pi v by lambda into t. Instead of this term, here I am substituting this term, that is a into 2 pi v by, simply I am substituting this value here, 2 pi v by lambda into cos of 2 pi v by lambda into t. Is that clear? So finally I have calculated the input power of the wave, that is, so here we are having t, a into a becomes a square, 2 pi by lambda into 2 pi by lambda becomes 2 pi by lambda whole square. We are having v only, so cos into cos becomes cos square 2 pi v by lambda into t. We are having one more v into v. Every time you have to keep this velocity till the final expression. So this is about input power, but I want to calculate average power. Average power directly gives what? Energy transport only. From input power only we can calculate average power. The average power is nothing but energy transport of the wave. So what is the definition for average power? Average power, that is P average. So just to integrate this input power over a time period, over a periodic time or time period. Here I am representing the time period by tau, not capital T, because already here we are having capital T. What is capital T here? Tension. To avoid confusion, here I am representing periodic time or time period by tau, not capital T. So to calculate average power, we have to differentiate, we have to integrate this input power over a periodic time. What is tau here? Periodic time, one time period, into dt whole divided by 0 to tau dt. So you have to remember this expression directly. What is average power? Integration of input power, where limit starts from 0 to 1 time period, whole divided by integration of 0 to tau dt. What is tau here? That is periodic time, remember. So average power, already we were having input power as equation 10. Let this is equation number 11. Substitute equation 10 in equation 11. So average power is equal to, just to keep constants outside of the integration. T is a constant, a square is a constant, 2 pi by lambda is also a constant whole square, v velocity of the wave also a constant. So simply I am keeping this term in the integration part, that is 0 to tau, this one, that is cos square 2 pi v by lambda into t dt whole divided by 0 to tau. The integration of dt gives how much? Integration of dt gives how much? T. We have to substitute limits of the integration, that is 0 to tau. Simply I have integrated dt. Integration of dt gives t only. So 0 to tau are the limits of the integration. Clear? In the previous lecture only I have calculated t a square, this becomes 4 pi square v whole divided by lambda. Simply I have opened this bracket, just to substitute upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit is tau, minus lower limit is 0. whenever we are having integration of cos square theta, integration of cos square theta can be written as 1 plus cos 2 theta. 2 into what is theta here? 2 pi v by lambda into t whole divided 1 plus cos 2 theta whole divided by 2. What are the limits of the integration? 0 to tau into dt. So this type of integration already we did in our previous lecture during that energy density. Okay, average power P average is equal to T a square 4 pi square into V by lambda square into tau. I have written as it is. This term I have written as it is. Coming to this integration part. So this 2, this denominator 2, numerator 2 gets cancelled. 2 1 ja, 2 2 ja. So finally it becomes 2 pi square. Already this 2 disappears from the equation. Integration dt, this becomes as integration 0 to tau dt plus integration 0 to tau second term 0 to tau cos 4 pi v by lambda into t dt. Is that clear? Right. So this term becomes, after integration, cos becomes sine. So if you substitute instead of t as a tau, this total term becomes 0, because this 2 pi v by lambda can be written as nu is nothing but 1 by capital T means tau. So you can replace v by lambda as 1 by tau, v by lambda as 1 by tau. So and we are substituting upper limit tau instead of small t, tau gets cancelled. So after integration, cos becomes sine 4 pi by tau instead of t we have substitute tau gets cancelled. Sine 4 pi 0 minus lower limit sine 0. So this whole term becomes as 0. So no need to do the integration. Already we did this type of integration in our previous lecture. Okay, coming to the next step, average power is equal to T a square 2 pi square v by lambda square into tau. This is integration dt gives how much? T, upper limit tau minus lower limit 0. Already this becomes 0. So this numerator tau, denominator tau gets cancelled. So the next step will be average power is equal to T a square 2 pi square into lambda. Lambda is equal to how much? Transpose. Lambda is equal to v by nu. So lambda square is equal to v square by nu square into v. Simply I am keeping v just after writing the first term, here I am writing v as the second term. Is that clear? Instead of lambda square, I have substituted v square by nu square. So average power is equal to, here I am writing, average power is equal to this nu square goes into the numerator, multiplies the numerator. So finally it becomes 2 nu square pi square a square into capital T whole divided by what is v square. In the beginning of the chapter only I have calculated velocity of transverse wave. V is equal to under root of t by mu. Velocity of transverse wave, v is equal to under root of t by mu. But here we are having v square. If I square on both sides, root gets cancelled. Finally, we are having t by mu. So instead of v square, you can substitute as t by mu. this numerator t, denominator t gets cancelled. So mu goes into the numerator into v. Every time we have to maintain velocity. Mu goes into the numerator, multiplies the numerator. So the final expression, average power is equal to how much? 2 pi square nu square a square into mu into v. See the final expression. So this first term, 2 pi square mu square a square mu represents what? Energy density only. That is the already I have derived expression for energy density as 2 mu pi square nu square a square. This first term becomes energy density into velocity of the wave. Energy density into velocity gives what? Energy transport. When energy density of the wave is multiplied with velocity, we get energy transport. This is the final expression for this energy transport. To calculate energy transport nothing but average power only. If we able to calculate average power, that is directly gives what? Energy transport only. To calculate average power, we need to calculate power. Before that, to calculate input power, we need to calculate the net force acting on the wire. To calculate wire, first of all, we have to consider this diagram. So first of all, how much force acting on this wire? That is F is equal to this one. F is equal to T into dy by dx and x is equal. This is the net force acting on the wire at point R. So to calculate dy by dx, we have to remember this expression directly. Why? We have to consider this equation. Just after differentiating this equation, we get dy by dx. Put x is equal to 0 and substitute this value in equation 3. You will get the net force acting on the wire. So after calculation of this net force, you can calculate power. How? Because power is equal to force into velocity. I have calculated force already. So substitute equation 6 in equation 7, you will get input power. So during this input power, this is a very important step. Replace this velocity as dy by dt. Rate of change of displacement gives what? Velocity only. So to calculate dy by dt, again we have to differentiate equation 4, but with respect to time, not x. So that you can calculate dy by dt. Put x is equal to 0. To calculate this value only I am doing like this. So finally I have calculated dy by dt at x is equal to 0. Substitute this equation in equation 8. You can calculate that input power. If it is integrated over a periodic time, you can calculate average power. So if you able to if you know how to integrate, so easily you can derive the final expression. So this total integration value gives how much? Tau by 2. So already in the denominator we are having 1 tau. This total integration we get to tau by 2. So this is tau, this numerator tau gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled. So finally we are having this equation. And replace this lambda square as v square by nu square, and replace this v square as t by mu. You will get average power. So average power nothing but energy transport. What is energy transport? That is the energy transported from one point to another point is known as what? Energy transport. This is the final expression. So final expression gives, that is the product of energy density and velocity gives what? Energy transport only. So one more topic left in this first part, that is impedance, that we will discuss in our next class. Until then, bye bye.